Hello, my name is Miss Biggs, and I'm the visual art teacher here at IMS, and I am going to give you a brief introduction to the sixth grade curriculum and our course this trimester. I will share my screen to show you my presentation, and I want to go ahead and start with how to contact me. So my contact is my email, which would be the best way to contact me, julie.biggs@mercerislandschools.org. Another way, I do most of the assignments and information that you need to know is on Schoology. So if you have access to your child's Schoology courses, you can message me there or take a look and find a lot of information. My office number is 230-6107, and the best times you can reach me by phone are during fourth period and after school. Another plug, I just want to say thank you for your support through the ASB and the PTSA. I have accessed grants that have helped the program tremendously, and every little bit helps. So thank you so much for any contributions you've made and considering contributing directly to the fine arts program would be amazing. So this is just a few facts about me. I'm an outdoor enthusiast. I love hiking, skiing, and being outdoors. I have a master's in the creative arts of education, and I've been teaching here for at least 21 years. Now I think I'm going on 22 this year. And I've also have been a scientific illustrator. And I'm also, my main mode of art is photography. These are some sample projects that we will most likely touch into some of these, but it's just a look into some of the things we can accomplish in a short period of time. Trimester is not that long. One of the things that we're starting with is the Hamsa, which is this hand design, which is really a look into the Hamsa as a symbol, but also bringing in students' own symbols for themselves and using line as a form of expression and color. The other thing that I have planned is the Netsuke, which is a small figurine. It's an animal figurine. We dive into drawing animals and using animals as also a symbolic message. And so you can see they take time to write about their piece, and then we also use some photography techniques to actually capture the animal in their environment or make it look like they're in their environment. I try to squeeze in some kind of painting and also design. So we'll see what we can. The clay project is a really big popular thing. And it takes quite a bit of time to work through the whole process. So with that all in mind, it really depends on how the students are working efficiently in the classroom and using class time for their art. So that's a big part of how much we can accomplish. One of the things that I just want to make sure what I come and bring to start is that when I talk to my students and they walk through the door, I say, you are all artists. And that is an important thing for us to know, that everyone is born creative. We are creators as humans. And so we are needing to express that. And arts are a universal form of expression. I like to use this idea of using line to show a feeling. And it's really curious how everyone can guess pretty much what that line represents. So it's really fun to share how it can be a very easy way to communicate feelings, and thoughts. Everyone has a unique mark, and that's also really important that we stress how everyone belongs and everyone's mark is important and valuable and should be respected. See if I can move forward. The other thing that's really important in my class is to create a sense of community. This is a place where kids are making themselves vulnerable to express themselves. And if we can't have a trusting and caring environment, that won't happen. So having the art studio as a place of community where everyone belongs, we're all sharing and creating together and sharing our ideas. And it's also really valuable because creativity blossoms with more ideas. And we learn also to give and receive feedback and celebrate our achievements. One of the things that I take time to do is learn how studio habits. And so every student has a specific job that they need to be in charge of, and everyone learns how to care for tools and materials, and how to clean paintbrushes, how to store their art in a way that it's safe and they can keep working on it over time. So some of the Art 6 goals is working through the creative process and exploring one's creative self by learning new methods. So we'll be taking time to explore the variety of art techniques and tools, and then the idea of working through the creative process. So it's a stage, so it's not like, here, do this project. It's really step by step. So we work on getting ideas, building skills, generating more ideas, getting feedback, creating a rough draft, and then implementing that plan, and then doing some reflection and self-evaluation, and then finally submitting it. I just want you to know that none of the projects have real solid deadlines, because until the end of the trimester, of course, but I always allow for revisions, and I always allow for students who really want to do a good job to keep working. And I don't want kids to rush through their work. I want them to do what works for them. And so understanding their own creative process is part of this learning. The habits of mind is another important thing. So we talk about this idea of stretch and explore, reflecting, and then what you'll see as the habits of mind on our cumulative is that self-responsibility to work to their best of their ability. And that's a personal best, because everyone comes with different levels of skill and what they've practiced and had in prior classes. So we all come with a little bit different levels, and that's okay. And so really we're looking at, what are you doing to do the best you can? And oftentimes students will be really surprised by how excited they are about their work, and other times it's really frustrating, and I will encourage them to keep trying. And sometimes it's not going to be as great as they had expected, but it's really about not comparing their work to others. So that's another important thing that I want to stress, is that this is about expressing what you can do and in your personal way, and honoring that. And so the three main standards are creating, responding, and presenting. Those are kind of the buckets. And you'll see on Schoology, there will be rubrics for each big assignment, and they'll have a few standards attached to that rubric. I score everything on Schoology, and then once I get that score in and everyone's pretty much turned in their work, then I enter the scores into cumulative. But you'll get more information if you go to Schoology under the assignment than you would if you go to cumulative. But the key thing is developing those critiquing skills, reflecting on whether the personal artwork conveys the intended meaning, being able to identify ways to use symbols and images and cultural associations and how they influence their ideas and choices, and learning to think like an artist. And that's that whole idea of understanding their creative process. And how we do this through the rubrics. I share those rubrics. Oftentimes I give a checklist rubric at the beginning of the project so that they can see where they're headed, and that sort of guides their work. Yes, it's standards-based grading, 1 through 4, and it's hard to get a 4 in my class. It really is going above and beyond. So my rubrics are set up for 3s. So if you see that your child is getting a 3 on their work, that's awesome. And then, of course, the habits of mind are not scored. They are reflected on cumulative as a letter, which indicates how much I'm witnessing or seeing that in class. And then lastly, the presenting is that we do show our work at school for the school community. Oftentimes, I will also have a specific day to or event that there will be some art on display, and we'll give you more information about that as the time comes. The most important thing about our class is that this is a place to be creative, to learn some new skills, to explore possibilities, and have fun. I hope all my students have fun. These are some important dates. These are not this trimester, but I do encourage you to come to these events. Most importantly, the April 2nd and 3rd is a all district fine art showcase. This is where you will see works from the entire district of students, and it's an amazing event, and it also supports our programs. So if you have any more questions, please reach out and give me a call or send me an email. And I'm really excited to talk to families, so don't hesitate. Thank you so much, and I look forward to meeting you all when the time is right. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing and have a wonderful day.